And so this will help you be actually more effective and productive. The other thing that you can look at is kind of changing the way you think about things. Instead of seeing burnout as failure, try viewing it as feedback. Like I said, I refer to the data points in our body as the dashboard. What's going on? What is it telling us? What's your body trying to say? What are the messages you're not paying attention to? And what do you need to learn from the messages that are being given to you? And this is where we might have to stop and do a little bit of mapping. Start small. What gives you energy? What feels meaningful? Even if they're tiny, tiny steps towards purpose, this can reignite our motivation. Um, we really need to think about those kinds of things. For me, one of the things that I love is preparing for my podcast. It's creative. I get to write, I get to research, and those are things I don't get to do all of the time when I am just doing trauma therapy or when I'm teaching. And so, this, even though it's still work, I really enjoy utilizing the creative side of my brain and it motivates me. And so, even though it's another thing on my calendar, I really appreciate it. And so, even though I only film once a month, it really reignites me and motivates me. Community and connection are critical. When we are in a silo, just being a human doing, going, and we're not being, we feel lonely. And burnout thrives in isolation. And healing happens in safe, supportive relationships. So you don't have to overhaul your whole life overnight. Recovery is a process, and every small step counts. So find a friend to talk to. Don't isolate. When you find yourself feeling more burnout, check with yourself. Have I been going it alone too much? Have I stopped to tell someone that I love or someone that I trust, this is what I'm going through? And I don't need you to solve it. I just want to be heard. That's a really helpful thing to help bring down some of the intensity related to our burnout. It's not being alone in the stress of our lives. And we're so overscheduled and we're so overfunctioning, and we just don't take the time to slow down and connect. It's really important, even in small moments. So now we're going to talk about reclaiming our adaptability or becoming more flexible after burnout, realizing that this cycle will continue if we don't do something different. And one of the most painful parts of burnout is feeling like you've lost your spark, your creativity, your drive, your adaptability and flexibility. You're just going through the motions, wondering when is the break coming. But here's the truth. You haven't lost it. It's just buried under chronic stress. And so to reclaim your adaptability, you need to be gentle with yourself. Again, I tell my clients this all the time. Healing isn't linear. It is a lifelong process. And so you want to make sure that as you modify and morph your life into ways that will reduce the severity of your burnout or the regularness of burnout returning, you want to celebrate small wins. Every time you listen to your body, or you set a boundary, or you choose rest over hustle for your worth, you're rebuilding. You're reestablishing new pathways in your brain that say, I can learn new things. I can feel better, and I can choose that for myself. And for those of you who are parents, this is really important because everything you do, you're modeling for your kids. If they see you constantly working, having poor sleep patterns, not taking time to laugh and to play and to be creative, they learn that's how we live. And that's not a good lesson to be teaching our kids. So reconnect with joy, even if it's for 5 minutes of something that makes you smile.